The heavy rain drummed against the glass panes of Jungkook's spelling mansion. The villain sat on the edge of the bed, fingers casing the piano keys that had become his solace. The emptiness of the mansion was nothing compared to the world in his chest. His flenched Mina had left him the morning of their wedding. The note she left behind cut deeper than the whisper he had endured from the world. I can't marry someone who can't even see me walked on the see his words sharp as knives were etched into his mind. Jungkook let out a deep sigh in his fingers playing a haunting melody he had once composed for the woman who promised him forever. The mansion felt colder than usual. Perhaps it was because of his father's insistences that the wedding must go on. The scandals of a cancelled wedding would tarnish the family name, and in his world, reputation was everything. Sir, your father is waiting for you in this study. His bloodless secretary from him softly, carefully not to startle him. Jungkook turned his head towards the sound of his voice. Tell him I'm not interested in the plans. Jungkook replied, his tone devoid of emotions. But sir, Sitchin his steadied, he has already chosen another bride for you. Jungkook's hands froze mid-air above the keys. Another bride? Yes, she's downstairs. He said the marriage will take place tomorrow. Jungkook cancelled his job. I will not marry someone I have never even met. Neither did mine. Sukik Jin whispered. How he immediately regretted it. Jungkook's lips curled into a bitter smile. Fear enough. You sat nervously on the leather couch in Jungkook's study, your fingers fighting with the hem of your dress. You had no idea how you ended up in this situation. Jungkook's father, Mr. Jeon, had approached your family the previous everything with a proposal you could not refuse. Your father's struggling business as mounting debt left you no choice. It's a simple arrangement, Mr. Jian had said. Marry my son Jungkook, he needs someone to stand by his side, and your family needs financial stability. Think of it as a mutual beneficial deal. You had heard about Jungkook, the young blind billionaire you had bullied an empire despite his disability. His story has always intrigued you, but you never thought you would be thrust into his life like this. The door creaked open and Jungkook entered the room, his can tapping right against the inner marble floor. He was dressed in a crisp black suit, his dark hair falling massively over his forehead. His presence was commanding, and for a moment you forget how to breathe. You must be the replacement, he said cloudly, his unseeing eyes fixed in your direction. You flinched at his harsh tone, but quickly regained your composure. I'm Vayan. Vayan, he repeated, his voice softer than this time. He gently said slightly, as if trying to picture you in his mind. Do you want this? Your heart etched at the vulnerability hidden behind his question. No, you admitted nicely, but I am here because my family needs this. Jungkook nodded, appreciating your honesty. At least you are truthful. There was a long silence before he spoke again. We will get married tomorrow, but don't accept this to be anything more than a business arrangement. You slowed the lump in your throat and nodded, understood. The ceremony was simple, attended only by closer family members and a few trusted friends. Jungkook stood tall at the altar, his expression unreadable. You walked on the easel, your hand trembling as you clutched the bouquet. When you reached him, he extended his hand towards you. You hesitated before placing your hand in his, feeling the warmth of his skin against yours. Are you ready? He officiant asked. Yes, Jungkook said firmly. You gazed at him, surprised by the confidence in his voice. Yes, you echoed. The views were exchanged, and before you knew it, you were declared husband and wife. Jungkook leaned in slightly, his lips brushing against your cheeks. In a chest kicks, the first few days of marriage were awkward. Jungkook was distant, spending most of his time in his study or playing the piano. You, on the other hand, tried to find your place in the mansion. One evening, you decided to bring his dinner. You knocked softly on the door of his study before entering. He was sitting at the piano, his fingers dancing gracefully over the keys. You play beautiful, you said, setting the tray down on the table. He stopped playing and turned towards you. Thank you. You hesitated before speaking again. Do you want to talk about it? About what? About my Mina? About us? Shinko sighed, running a hand through his hair. There's nothing to talk about. Mina did not want to marry me because I am blind, and as for us, this is just an arrangement, but it does not have to be. You said softly, We could try to make this work." Jungkook looked bitterly. You are too kind, fine, but I don't need your pity. It's not pity. You instituted. I see you far who you are, Jungkook, not your disability. You are brilliant, talented, and kind. And if you let me, I had like to be your partner in every sense of the word. He was silent for a long moment before finally speaking. Why? Because I believe in you, you said simply. Slowly, Jungkook began to let his walls down. He started sharing pieces of himself with you. His struggle he faced as a blind man in a gutter-rooted business world, his love for music, and his fear of being abandoned again. One evening, as you sat on the couch together, he turned towards you. Can I feel your face? You blinked in surprise before nodding. Of course. He reached out hesitantly, his fingers brushing against your cheeks, your nose, your lips. A smile jumped at his lips. You're beautiful, he murmured. Your heart swelled at his word. Thank you. From that moment on, your relationship bloomed to become. His eyes greeted him through the world with patience and care, and in return, he showed you a love that was deep and unwavering. One night, as you lay in bed together, Jungkook broke the silence. Ryan, yes, I think I'm falling for you. You turned to face him, tears welling up in your eyes. I have been waiting for you to say that. You whispered. He smiled, pulling you into his arms. Thank you for saying me when no one else did. I will always stay. You promised. Months turned into years, and your love for each other only grew stronger. Jungkook's blindness was no longer a barrier, but a part of the man you loved deeply. Together, you faced the world, proving that love could overcome. As you sat by the piano one evening watching Jungkook compose a new melody, you realized that marrying the brilliance was not just a twist of fate, it was the best decision of your life. And for Jungkook, losing his sight led him to the one person who truly saw him. The end.